Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with the easiest deck in Clash Royale history. By just dropping buildings on your side of the map, each Spear Goblin is going to do 108 damage per hit, and the Fire Spirits will do 274 damage. Usually, decks like Hog Rider, Miner, and Goblin Drill have to assess the perfect time to go in, know the opponent's card cycle, and consistently drop cards at the right point to earn their damage. But when you have a deck like this that drops units for you, you're getting damage while you sit back, relax, and enjoy as your opponent gets frustrated. No one likes playing into double spawners, so usually opponents try to rush the game and spam in the other side. Or if someone's angry, they're going to be more prone to spending a lot of elixir. And when they do, right into a Mega Knight, that's going to give you the best positive elixir trade of your life. Pairing that with a Mother Witch that will turn your opponent's units against them into piggies, and flying machines and cannon carts that always slip on through and lock onto tower, this deck is just pure evil. More so than any other deck I've played, people just leave the game against this thing. Ever since Earthquake got nerfed, people just don't have answers to double spawners. If they're using ranged units, you can snipe it with a fly machine, cannon cart, or fireball them away. While you flood the map with spawners, your opponent will be flooding their phone in their tears. Despite this being one of the easiest decks to play in the history of the game, it's one of the most difficult decks to defend. So let's go jump straight to the ladder and assert dominance. A whole lot of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. We got a game against Yahir. What's up, dude? So I want to go in for a Furnace to kick open the game. It's probably my favorite card along with the Spear Goblin Hut to start off the game with. It's always annoying for every opponent because they're like, wait, now I have to respond to this immediately or I'm going to take a casual 300 damage. And if they spam into you, maybe you'll still get value with your Fire Spirits connecting onto units. Okay, so Balloon is usually pretty easy to deal with. If you go in for a Congo line of buildings, you can pull off some miraculous defenses. Very smart player, though, going in for the Barbarian Barrel at that exact moment. I think that we're going to take one balloon hit to the face. Oh, not even. Wow. That worked out a lot better than I thought. Well played to Yahir, though. He's up 500 damage on my tower. He could activate King Tower if he's got Tornado on the Royal Hog, or the little piggy. I keep calling it Royal Hogs. What do we call it? Battle Pigs from the Mother Witch? What do you guys call it? Let me know down below in the comment section. I kind of like saying Battle Pigs. Oh, okay. So this is kind of scuffed. I think it's better for me to just go for Mega Knight because he's going to go in for a Miner, and I can't defend this anyway. But here's the thing. I could get enough of a positive elixir trade to go and spam a Mega Knight at him and take his tower as well. So there are situations that are clunky and uncomfortable with this deck where you just get outcycled by a cheap cycle player, and then you have to figure out a way to break through. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go for the Cannon Cart, Flying Machine. Mega Knight's going to stay alive. He's going to try to activate King Tower, but since the Mega Knight got a buff, it is so hard to activate King Tower with if you're trying to use 1 and 2 cost elixir cards. At least from my experience, it's not near as easy as it was before. And now we're going to get a ton of damage in the process. So this is why the deck is frustrating. Yes, we got outplayed early on. Yes, we're playing against a really good player, but our no-skill strategy is probably going to prevail regardless. I can go in for a Furnace in the other side, so then he has to consistently cycle more stuff on top of the Fire Spirits that he doesn't want to. I can cycle 2 Fireballs, and each Fireball does 270 damage, so it's going to do pretty well on getting my way to take out the tower. And then I can go in for another Spear Goblin Hut at the other side at the same time. So if he wants to go in for a Balloon and he wants to stack up a lot of stuff, it's harder for him to deal with. Like, he's going for Skeletons to body block that next Fire Spirit, but at the same time, I don't know if you can reliably do that and feel good about yourself in the long term, because you're going to give me a good elixir trade with the Mega Knight right now because you're stacking up a lot of stuff, and you can't kill my Flying Machine. So even if you get this Balloon hit, you're still going to get a bad trade overall. I don't care about that. I don't care if you get multiple balloon hits, actually, because I've got a Cannon Cart on your doorstep, I've got a Flying Machine still alive, and you barely have any elixir left over. You know what? I can Mother Witch here, too, just to get an endless amount of piggies on you. I might be able to Fireball on top of the bomb tower and just take the left-hand tower and not have to worry about the right one. And then, when we're in a 1-1 situation, if you think about it, it's a really good spot to be in. Because now I only have to Fireball your tower twice, and we walk with a win. So with 14 seconds remaining, I'm going to go for Mega Knight in the middle to solve the riddle and then tank for the Flying Machine to annoy him even more. Yeah, he just pieced out of this game. He didn't want to play it anymore. Very good player, but still not good enough to beat the double spawners Mega Knight, and that's why this deck is utterly disgusting. When you think you're down and out and someone outcycles your Mega Knight, you'll always be able to bounce back. And you'll bounce back faster than ever too because of the Mega Knight buff. All right, we got a game against Berlin. What's up, dude? We're going to say Dankeschön for the damage real quick. Whenever the Fire Spirit locks onto the tower, it is aggravating for every opponent. It does 300 damage. Dude, he's giving me love despite my toxic deck. If he knows who I am and I'm playing against someone that knows me and I'm playing this, I feel a little bit bad. Oh, you know what? That's going to lock onto my tower. I feel a little bit less bad now. Golden Knight is a very strong card. If the Cannon Cart dies, it's going to pull the Giant too. I mean, the Giant ended up dying to the Furnace anyway, but in case he decided to go for a Fireball or any whimsical spell to eviscerate my Furnace, We had it covered with the cannon cart. Wait, this is so lucky. Are you kidding me? I don't understand how I can get this lucky in Clash Royale. 5 bats delivered on my doorstep. The best present ever. I'm going to wait for a fireball on top of everything at once. I want to make sure that I'm also able to hit the tower here too, so that was worth it just waiting a couple seconds. Oh, is he going to go for a heal spirit? Is he going to drop anything in front of that, or is he just going to let all the musketeers go follow the line leader into their death? Okay, I guess we don't have to worry about those anymore. Here's the thing though. If we're playing against 3 musketeers with a golden knight, there's a potential of him taking my tower any twist and turn. And this game is still far from over because he has an elixir collector and I don't have fireball. So maybe it was a big brain decision for him to dedicate the 3 musketeers all in one lane so then he could get an elixir advantage and then overwhelm me. Maybe. We'll have to find out. I was also hoping the cannon cart would take all of the damage from the spear goblins, but I guess that didn't work out. Ooh, he's already zapping. This is beautiful because I know that the furnace is going to be able to completely cripple all the minions. They're dead. They're on their last leg. Let's get it. So he has to giant in front of this, expediting his giant push. And then because of that, then his giant is not going to have as much elixir behind it because he can't afford to, since he had to drop it a lot earlier than he would want to. He would want to, like, ideally wait until double elixir and drop it as far back as possible. But now it's going to get shredded by a flying machine and a furnace. Dude, let's go. Mother Witch is going to go target the bats too. This is so good. I'm actually ecstatic right now. You guys might think I'm crazy for doing this, but I'm going to go in for a Mega Knight here and just get away with the Barbarian Barrel, because the Barbarian Barrel completely cleans up the Musketeers. If you time it like I did, I'm only going to let one Musketeer lock onto my tower, the other one will die, and then you don't have to waste your Fireball, and you can save your Fireball and save all your Elixir for the other side. So now, this Minion Horde's going to die because I saved my Fireball, and we win the game. 30 seconds remaining, I've got 2 buildings, I have an Elixir advantage, and I'm not worried at all. Oh wait, this is even better. He's going into the furnace right now. We will show you what nightmares are made of. Even if the Golden Knight locks onto my tower, it's not the end of the world. I can Barbarian Barrel afterward. I don't think he's even going to click the ability. Oh my gosh. Wait. He's going to go and spam a Minion Horde into me, but I've got Mother Witch, so it doesn't matter. GG, well played, and peace out. It was a pleasure playing against you. And you know, you had a pretty cool deck. I applaud the innovation playing Giant 3 Musketeers in a meta that no one else plays it. But our deck is simply stronger than yours. After that win, we're 8,100 in the world. Alright, so we're going to set his tower ablaze with our Fire Spirits. Let's get it. So you definitely want to go in for the Furnace to kick open the game. It's one of the most obnoxious cards, and it can usually bait out your opponent's win condition because they want to get it off the face of the map. They're like, you know, I just don't want to play against that anymore. I'm going to go for my Balloon. I'm going to showcase exactly what my deck is. If I go for a Cannon Cart here, is that worth it? We get 1 Piggy tanking for the Cannon Cart, so I'm just like, I want to play aggressive. I want to be fierce and ferocious. I don't think it was worth it, just to give you guys the actual answer. Like, I did get a Piggy on top of the tower, but I spent 1 more Elixir than him. No, I think for 1 Elixir, the 200 damage I got was probably pretty okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll take that trade. Because he ended up dropping a Lumberjack. He can't go in for a Balloon with it. We've kind of screwed up his card cycle. And he's dropping a Tornado on top of a Barb Barrel. That's a +1 Elixir advantage for us. Let's freaking go. We know exactly what his deck is. It's going to be Lumberjack, Balloon, Freeze. The only thing that we haven't seen is the Freeze, but we can just infer that that's going to be the case. Also, the best thing about the Fly Machine is it's able to snipe the Bowlers, the Lumberjacks, all the annoying cards from across the river, so I won't have to worry about them for a while. And if they get too close and you're just like, you're a tad too close, we're going to knock you back with a Fireball and finish you off with the Spear Goblins and the Fly Machine. Here's the thing about the Fly Machine. It's going to force out another bit of Elixir from our opponent. It fires really quickly on the tower, so he's going to take damage from the Spear Goblin in a great timing to be able to have the Barb Barrel tank for the Flying Machine. Personally, I am not good enough to hit a Barb Barrel timing on top of the Flying Machine. I always miss it, so I'm very impressed when people are able to pull that off consistently. We know he's going to freeze, so I need to go in for a Goblin Height here. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Goblins. You are sacrificed for the greater good. The 1 HP. Wait, how did he miss one of the Spear Goblins? That doesn't make any sense. Wasn't the Spear Goblin Hut frozen? Why would we get any Goblins that weren't frozen? That's a weird thing that I'll never understand in Clash Royale, but I guess I'll take that luck. I mean, that saved me another Balloon hit or 2, for sure, so I got really lucky there. I'm going to go for Cannon Cart in the back. It can't really counter that very effectively because your Bowler can't bounce back my Cannon Cart. I can stack up a ton of Flying Machines because, obviously, you don't have Fireball. You don't have any way of shutting that down very effectively. And I'm going to stack up Furnaces on the other side. I'm going to get ready with a Fireball if you go in for an Inferno Dragon like you're about to, and we should be able to kill that. Unless I'm very unlucky, I think that we're able to get a Piggy and also isolate your Electro Dragon. So, looks like it's a really good position for us to be in if we're able to defend this, which I should be able to since I'm back to Flying Machine. With all the Spear Goblins coming down, we're targeting the Balloon before the Lumberjack as well, so he has to go in for a freeze way earlier than he would want to. Wait, that was kind of good for him. I think that the balloon isn't going to get damaged, but the lumberjack is. So I might have miscalculated a little bit. But at the same time, look at the devastating damage that I've done by doing nothing. I literally didn't drop a single unit on his side of the map, and my furnace did it all by itself. That's pretty crazy. I'm going to go cannon cart here to bait out the lumberjack. Nope, he's just going to all in me. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, if you do that, you have to tornado back the cannon cart, and then you have no elixir, so you're going completely all in. You're going balls to the walls aggression here. If I'm able to fireball that back and it doesn't get 2 hits, we win. Please, please, please stop it. No! Wow, we got out-toxicked by lumberjack balloon freeze. So sometimes it's just like 1 HP, which is the difference between winning and losing. And that was a brutal loss. All right, so jumping into this one, let's see if we can bounce back. I hate taking L's, but it's very satisfying coming back after them. So I'm going to go in for that spear goblin hunt, see if we can get damage. Unfortunately, we play against Earthquake. Yo, let me know down below in the comment section. If you lose a game, do you ever get hard countered like right afterward? Clash Royale on that mission to tilt you? That's what it feels like out here. We're going to go in for the Mega Knight, hopefully be able to get a lot of value. If he goes in for a bait card, we have Mother Witch on deck. We also have Fly Machine to potentially sneak past and get onto the tower. Okay, Dark Prince. This is probably a Sparky deck if I had to guess. No? What is this? Oh, the Executioner isn't able to hit the Fly Machine. Let's go. Wait, this is really, really good. Because the Fly Machine is going to stay alive. It's going to bait out extra elixir. And he's going to lose most of the Golden Knight. I hope he goes and clicks the ability randomly, adventurously into a cannon cart. Okay. That's nice. I'm glad that he telegraphed it earlier because I was able to actually have the mental fortitude to know, hey, I'm going to cycle this immediately and not have to worry about like last second, oh, should I have went in for a spawner? Because it doesn't seem like he's clicking the ability. And obviously, if they're able to chain onto all of your spawner stuff, it's not necessarily that good. So I'd much rather sacrifice the cannon cart if he was going to do that. So I'm going to go for a furnace in the back now, and he's going to earthquake, and that's okay. I'm going to immediately go in for another goblin hut. And I think that the fire spirit, if it connects to the tower, will give us more value than he's ready for. Yeah, so this is great. This is actually really nice. The fire spirit's about to give us 300 damage, which is more damage than the earthquake gave him. So, you know what? I'm kind of in the damage lead, and I'm loving it. If you go in for a Sparky plus a Golden Knight, and then maybe like a Goblin Giant or something, I can Mega Knight, and then have the Spear Goblins just destroy your Goblin Giant really quickly. So, that's what I expected him to do, but he didn't do it. It's interesting. I'm going to Mother Witch in the back. And then I wonder if the Fly Machine is able to kill the Sparky. Nah, he's just going to go in for another Golden Knight. This man's a savant. A legend. He's going to go and pull that. And then he's going to go and click the ability onto the cannon cart and my tower, which is fine. As long as the cannon cart's isolated so the Mother Witch doesn't get hit immediately. And then the cannon cart's able to kill the Sparky before it shoots. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. The Mother Witch is staying alive. And I think that we can go in for a Fireball here to instantaneously kill the... Aww. I thought it was going to be able to one-tap it. And he activated King Tower? I didn't know that was possible. I genuinely didn't know that was possible. He activated King Tower with a Dark Prince in that placement. That's ridiculous, guys. I am not having a good time in this game. Can't even fib. I don't know if I can win this one. Spear Goblins are putting in work. If you win this matchup, when your opponent has Earthquake and all these annoying cards like, you know, the Prince Charming Golden Knight, I think that you can win anything with this deck. Man, he's going to Electro Giant me. Okay, so I hope that the cannon cart dies so then it becomes a building and then we can maybe shut this down a little bit easier. I'm going to go in for a Barbarian Barrel on the Sparky. Yo, Mega Knight, you busted out here. You're insane. And the Fire Spirits in the other lane are doing a lot of damage too. Okay, it's obvious to me that we need to go in for a Fly Machine immediately to be able to kill the Dark Prince and get a Piggy. That seems really, really good for us. The Fire Spirits are putting in mad work. I can sacrifice another cannon cart here, which isn't the worst thing in the world. And then I can go in for a Goblin Hut afterwards. So we're going to go and pull the Electro Giant using a cannon cart. That's ridiculous. I haven't done that before. I'm just like sacrificing my cannon cart and thanking him for dropping his Sparky. Okay, if I Mega Knight other side, that seems like a bit of a waste. I want a Fireball so then he can't keep the Executioner alive much longer. If we can one-shot the Executioner one more time, that's awesome. I mean, the Golden Knight just stopped. It's like halfway between the journey. It ran out of water and food and fuel, and it's like not anymore. Oh my gosh. I'm going to Mega Knight here so that we can guarantee that we can kill the rest of the Dark Prince. And if we're able to finish off the Sparky, he's not going to break through because we know that the Electro Giant isn't able to do enough damage to get through a cannon cart and all my other stuff. With a minute left over, I don't think there's any way that this guy can break through. I think we won. He just rage quit. He dipped out of it. When you make an Electro Giant Earthquake Sparky player rage quit when you've got spawners, this shows how strong this deck is. Even after we lose, we always bounce back. Just taking a look at his deck really quickly, the man had Golden Knight for a ton of splash damage on the spawners And he also ended up having Mirror Earthquake. If you can't beat spawners with that deck, I feel like our deck is capable of beating anything if played well enough. And now we're back at it again at 8,100 in the world. You love to see the climb back. All right, we got a game against Mist Lake. Dude, we are ready for you to make one mistake. That's how this deck operates. We find the best opportunities and punish opponents. Dude, the fact that you're going for a Hog Rider and then skeletons at the river means that I get 2 free piggies escorting my spear goblins.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't
Fireballing on the Mother Witch and missing. I feel such like an evil person playing against a Hog Rider cycle deck with 2 buildings and a Mega Knight. I'm everything that I hate. This is one of those things, if you're a Hog Rider player, this is what you wake up just sweating in the middle of the night playing against. You're like, oh, never mid-ladder, shutting down the app, completely quitting Clash Royale simply because of things like this. If I go in for a cannon cart in the back, he could fireball and log it and finish it off, but you want to save the fireball and the log for my spear goblins and my furnace, right? That's usually what you would want to do. And if your cannon's out of cycle, I don't know if you're going to have a good answer anymore to the cannon cart. All of your other answers should get... That's the 2nd time in a row! This guy's living up to his name. I'm so sorry. He's like 8,000 or 7,000 in the world, and he just made 2 fireball massive mistakes. There's no other deck in Clash Royale that can bring out the worst in your opponents. This is it. He's already saying good game. I think he rage quit. I think he dipped out. I don't think he wants to play anymore. We'll have to wait and see if he tries to defend this Mega Knight or not. I don't think he will. I think he's just going to leave. So yeah, this is the deck that breaks your opponent's mentals, hopefully doesn't break their phones, and gives you an amazing chance of winning. Okay, so it looks like he's going to play this one out. He might even try to activate King Tower. Let's see if he misses it. Oh, nope. He hits the King Tower activation. That just means that the game's going to go on a lot longer. I do win this. He hasn't touched my towers, but it's going to take a long and arduous journey. And this type of position, I'm not going to bring you guys along with me. We'll cut to the end. All right, so it looks like we finally won this game. It was very easy, but it took forever. When your opponent's got a King Tower activated with musketeers and cannons, they're not going to let you break through, but also their Hog Rider running into Mega Knights and double buildings, that's a miserable experience for every Hog Rider player. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest of your day.